Um, you know what? I'll tell the story of when me, Mod Dylan, and a friend of ours, Big Benno, he'll probably appear on the stream at some point. Um, During lockdown, we went fishing quite a bit. It was just to like Jimbus Benoit, yeah. um, During lockdown, me, Mod Dylan, and Jimbus Benoit used to go fishing quite a bit. It was just something we started up doing just to like sort of keep our. I mean, it was mostly just because we were bored in lockdown, but it was also just like keep our mental health in check. I think. I mean, I'm speaking on behalf of the whole group, but for me, that's what it was. I was sort of, I was locked in my room, that I was sharing with my brother, and it was just like shit, and I wanted to get out and see some mates and stuff. So, I mean, we were really safe about it. Jimbus Benoit drove us up in his car. We all wore masks. We had the windows down. Until we got there, obviously, and we were out in the open. And then we were just on like. Thank you for the follow, official Henry Plays. Welcome to the channel, mate. And then, yeah, so me, Jimbus Benoit, and Dylan, yeah, we had started going fishing. We got some like sort of like basic sort of fishing gear together, and just said fuck it, and we went to a fishery like close to ours, and we just catching fish and stuff. And also, thank you for the follow, Fart Soda. Nice one for that. Welcome to the channel. So, yeah, we just got, as I said, got some basic fishing gear together and just started fishing. And one night, like we went fishing about 5-6 times, I think, and we decided instead of just going back to our like individual houses and calling it a night after one session, we'd get off early and just like go on a drive. So we drove to Formby Beach, and now if you aren't aware, Formby Beach is this beach in the northwest. It's in Liverpool, like on the border, I'd say, just north Liverpool, and it's where like all the footballers live, Formby and Crosby. Like Liverpool Football Club and Everton Football Club, it's like where the majority of their footballers live, and it's a really nice place. Like it's just packed with like suburbs, just like mansions everywhere and stuff. We pulled up to Formby Beach at like 10 in the night, so it was dark when we arrived. It was dark, and just driving down there, like the path to the beach was fucking creepy. It was grim. And like as we pulled up, we parked the car, and we're looking around, and there's no light. It was very sketch. Yeah, as Dylan said in chat, it was very sketch. And we pulled up to this beach, car park there, and there was a couple of other cars there, but there was hardly any light. And we just thought it was a place where people would go dogging. It was a popular dogging spot, and there were a few cars there with like steamed windows. So we were like, literally, we'll just let them get on with fucking, and we'll go and explore the beach. And so that's what we did. We jumped up the car, and I think the initial sort of idea, or the initial goal of the trip, was to get to a point where we weren't shrouded by light pollution, so we could see like all the stars and like nebulas and shit. So we just started like hiking through sand dunes at like 10, getting on 11 in the night. Just fucking hiking, like we didn't really even know where we were going, walking through like forest, like not having a clue, like bumping into trees and shit. And I remember like we were just telling each other on the way there, like, listen, like, try your best to like, I keep saying like, it's a bad habit, I'm sorry, but try your best to just keep a level head, not let thoughts or fear sort of override your general like thought process. Just keep a level head. We kept telling each other, we were all going to be sweet and now we were going to be sound, and like reassuring ourselves like the babes we are. And so we like mount this final like dune, and on the way up I said like, listen, I can hear something. and you know we're right next to the water, so the wind's carrying the noise, the sound. And I said to like Dylan and Benno, like I can hear something, but I didn't make a massive deal of it because, as I said, I didn't want. It might have just been like a figment of my imagination because you know at the time I was shitting myself, and so I didn't make a big deal out of it. I just mentioned it and we ignored it and carried on. But I sort of led the lead up one dune, and we got to the top, and as I look over, there's like I don't want to say we could hear cult noises because that would be lying, because I don't think we could, but we could hear like talking and maybe like a bit of like, I thought I could hear what were like a little bit of a hum, like a humming, like a on the like an indistinct chatter, yeah, but more and a bit of like a hum. I didn't want to, as I said, I'm not Alex Jones, you know. I'm not going to find like, you know, fucking Morg the Owl God and track his fucking cult down. We weren't there for that. We were there just to try and see stars. But like when we mounted the hill, there was definitely indistinct chatter, as Dylan said, definitely. And we could see like a light coming from this sort of like pit in the dune. And so originally I you know, I come up the hill and I seen this light and like and I didn't notice anything off. I just thought, you know, probably a couple on the beach, they've lit a campfire, and we've just came across them. But then literally this split second after that thought, I seen like, this is gonna sound so bullshit. I'm gonna need Dylan in chat to back me up. But I seen like what I thought was like hooded, like a couple of hooded people, like in the pit. So I like said to these, listen, I'm not fucking joking, just stay down. And I didn't want to worry them, so I said it like, nice one, Dill, for backing me up. I just told them to stay down. I was like, listen boys, like I don't want to alarm you, but like there's people here. They're in a bit of like a fire pit, and there's what I think I've seen like hooded people. Did poo myself a bit when you told us to hit the deck. Yeah, see, I tried to stay calm about it, but there was no chance of me being calm. Dill, have you got a picture of it? I swear someone's got a picture of what we saw, because we took a picture. Where's me? Hang on. I'll try and we took a picture. I did anyway. I'll try and find it on my phone, and I'm not going to be able to get it up on screen, but okay, I found it. Right, so we're on the dune. I'm going to need to look at Twitch. We're on the dune, and this is what I saw as I breached it, like as I came over the hill. It's like there's the dunes and that's the fire pit there. So there was like people in that pit of fire. In the background you see like the ocean and like the city. But where we were stood, this was on top of a dune that just overlooked this fire pit. And that was where it was. And in the corner you can sort of see one of the hoods like sort of sticking out on the right hand side. But I took that photo from the top of the dune. I'm sorry if it wasn't clear for you all. I'll email it to myself now and put it up on screen. Oh, we're sending the pic on Discord. Sweet Dill, nice one, lad. So, right, hang on. Let me just load Discord up so I can grab it. But as we breached the hill, that's what we saw. We saw like a pit of fire and the people with hoods. So at that time we shit ourselves because we were like, okay, if we just came across, you know, a fucking potential cult. If we just came across a potential cult. Hold on, sort this out so I can get this in Discord. So let me open that up. Right, so here's the image here. We go to Discord. That's the image. It's a bit dark on screen, but that's the image. It was like we came up the dune and that's what we saw. So obviously at that point we were shitting ourselves, and so we turned round and backed off. But it was fucking. I'd mark that down as like the time we found the cult easily. That's what I call that. If I was to refer to that, that's what I'd call it. Like, I don't want to seem like I'm chatting shit, but I'd refer to that as, yeah. That's the time we found the cult. The time I came across a cult. It was fucking. It was weird. It was fucking. It was mad. It was scary as fuck. We should go back and do a little retrospective investigation in the day, I might add. Lad, I'd be game. Thinking, giving context as well, providing context into why it was so weird for me, is because, as I said before, footballers live there. People of high social standing live there, like in Formby next to it. People, who have power, the elite, live there. So it's like, is this what they do? Do they use? Yeah, they're the elite. Is this what they do? They hang out on they use the beach as like the cult meet-up spot. Or, mate, all types of shit was running through my head at the time. All types of shit. But but oh yeah, it was a mad one, and so we did retreat after that. We walked back to the car and we left. But I do regret a little bit not exploring more, not creeping up on the fuckers. To be honest, it puts into perspective how big Alex Jones's balls are.